Hey y'all, and welcome to 1907, the year of invention and immigration, the year of hope, the year of strife, the year of panic. The electric washing machine was invented by Hurley Electric. Following soon thereafter was the Ford Model R by Henry Ford, going for $600, and they sold 2,500 in total. The bridge in Quebec, Canada fell in August of 1907 on a hot summer day, killing 88 people. Oklahoma became the 46th state of the Union. And immigration was at an all-time high in 1907, being what they called the banner year. Unfortunately, with every yin, there is a yang. And in October of 1907, stocks began to plummet. People started trying to pull their money in from the National Bank, causing a deficit. Checks stopped being accepted by the bank. It took $23 million by supporters, aka backers, giving the banks loans to save the market. This was funded by Tennessee Coal and Iron and the Railroad Company. Unbeknownst to Frederick, who had no clue this would be their future, he went into the bank in late 1906 and applied for a loan for his merchant shop so that he could go ahead and purchase that and they could rebuild and he could go ahead and make a surprise for Cora. This loan would obviously need to be repaid in full prior to the family's demise. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in.
Kim Angle slaps him.
And so as it starts, you can see that Frederick is really excited to go ahead and let Cora in on the secret that he has not only gone and, made this decision to go ahead and purchase this, but that he's gone ahead and gone and got out a loan and he's purchased this store because he's already purchased the store. And she's like, you did what? You did what, love? No, are you really? Okay. Honey, do you really think this was the best timing? Do you think this was a good idea? He's like, honey, I think it's a great plan. It's going to be great. And she's like, but okay, I think if you're thinking that's good, then it's good. But we're going to have to get busy, he says. Like, honestly, I'm going to have to do lots of woodworking. You and the girls are going to have to do lots of crocheting. We're going to do lots of not putting paint on the floor, sir. No, not that. But we're going to build lots of stuff. I'm going to paint. I'm going to do woodworking. We're going to make lots of stuff. We're going to sell everything in the store. It's going to be great. So as you can see, Cora has all of the girls down here and they are cross-stitching their little hearts away. He has already started painting. He's going to have to build. The store is completely empty. So when they get, they do have money. So in addition to purchasing the store itself, he did get a little bit of a loan with some extra funds so that they could go in and Cora could decorate, because he was like, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm a man. I don't know what to do when it comes to decorating. So she will go in and decorate so that people can come in and they can sit down and feel welcome there in the store. Obviously they don't have a whole lot of funds, so they won't be able to do a whole lot. But he wants her to go in and decorate a little bit so that they can get that all set up. And he has to make all of the products that they can sell. So everything that needs to be sold, they have to make. So they're going to need to do that. And in between the fact that they need to do all of those things, the children are in school. They go to school during the day. So really, it's Frederick and Cora that have to make all of these things because the children have to go to school and get an education. And so I think Cora is a little bit concerned with the fact that Frederick didn't really talk to her about this decision that he made. And while yes, it was a really big surprise and something that they had discussed in the past, I don't think that she thought that he meant that this was going to be happening like right now. I mean, they have just recently had 2 of their girls leave the nest, and, you know, yes, you know, they do have some money in the bank, but, you know, I think that Cora was kind of thinking, you know, maybe they might just spend some time with just them and whatever the case is. But Frederick's plan was, no, you know, I want us to go ahead and get started on this. Like, we're not getting any younger. I want to leave behind a legacy for Liam. You know, I need this to happen. So he made it happen. And because they didn't have enough money to just go right out and buy it, he went ahead and took out a loan. Because as of right now, you know, there's a lot of new inventions happening in 1907 and a lot of prosperity. And like I said earlier, you know, a lot of hope. And so the banks were giving out money so that people would expand and do these kind of things. And so it was easy for him to go in and just get this this loan. And so he did. And you know, unfortunately, families didn't realize that there was going to be the panic and there was going to be this downfall at the end of the year. And so, unfortunately, that, well, that happened. But the kids are now all off to school. It is just Frederick and Cora now at the house. And he is definitely working away, trying to get some things built. She has all of the hoops here, and we'll just throw them into his inventory, as well as like anything she can harvest from the bees. We won't do like the veg and things like that. I'll sell that in her inventory, but anything else, we'll just give it to Frederick, and he can take it to the store and put it for sale. I don't actually know how the honey will do at the store, but we'll try, and if it doesn't do well, then we'll know for next time, and then we won't sell it there. It probably has to be like excellent quality before anyone's going to buy it, so. But I don't know that for certain because I've never actually managed a store in The Sims outside of like running like a artist place, like selling paintings. Paintings do really, really well, so I know that we can get him painting and that'll do well, but anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and have her make some food. That way there is food in the fridge for when the children all get home because, you know, we want there to be food in the fridge at all times. And then she's on top of doing things to help him to get things sold. She is going to need to do some house chores because they're not going to do themselves. So there will need to be laundry done and gardening and things of that nature. And as you can see, Frederick is just hard at work with the woodworking. He is finishing one project after another. And when she is done with her cooking, I'm just going to get her to come on out here and tend to the bees. I do believe that of everyone in the family, she is the one that is the closest to the bees. So she gets stung the least. So, you know, as much as I love watching the bees attack people, because secretly I do. I know that's morbid, but I will have her do that. And he is just going to do, like, I'm literally just having him kind of work back and forth. So it's like woodwork, paint, woodwork, paint. And as much as he can get done in a day without, like, peeing himself and making sure he's eating and doesn't starve, that's pretty much what I'm doing. And, you know, I realize that's probably not really exciting, but, you know, Frederick, you wanted to surprise your wife with a shop, and that's what you did. So guess what that means, buddy? You get to take the grind because you cannot have a store and have a loan that needs to be repaid and not have anything to sell in said store. Like, how you repaying it? So, yeah. So that is the plan here, is that we've got to basically sell as much stuff as possible. So we will get as much stuff made between everyone in the family, cross-stitching and knitting or whatever, paintings, woodworking, all of those things. Look at her go. So we'll try to fill the store to capacity with whatever we can sell, and we'll have a day that we will sell everything, and then we'll basically come home and spend another day doing nothing but making stuff, and then we'll go back. I know that the little signs that are at the store, you can like restock, but I think it costs quite a bit to restock items when it would be just as easy for them to just come and just make it again for cheaper. So that's probably what we'll do. It's all just going to depend on how much it's going to cost, because I think we could probably make it cheaper than we could to just restock it. So that's probably what we'll do. So all the children are now home from school. It looks like they have brought over a little friend that they have met while they were at school today, which is great. Everyone's going to go ahead and get started with their homework before they do anything else. So they'll do their homework, and then anyone that had a cross-stitching project that they started this morning will clearly work on that this afternoon to finish that up so that they can get it over to Dad so that he can put it with the other things that are going to be going to the shop for sale. So that's great. Mom's just currently working on laundry. Some meals were already made and put in the fridge for the children for when they got home from school. So everybody seems to be in pretty tip-top shape, and we can't really complain about that. As you can see, Frederick is still working hard at his woodworking, and thankfully he enjoys woodworking, which we love. Because if he hated it, we would be in seriously rough shape right now. We really, really would. And as you can see, we do have Liam here working on the piano. He has taken to really enjoying playing the piano. Oh, and Helen has called saying, have you ever heard of something called the motive trials? Apparently, they take a bunch of Sims and put them in a remote place and let them battle it out like royally. Do you think you'd want to be part of something like that? Count me in, or only if it lasts less than a fortnight. And she is talking to Liam. She's called her brother. And I think that he would say, only if it lasts less than a fortnight. So that is a weird conversation for Helen to be calling her brother the heir about, but that's fine. And she's like, no, that would be pointless if it only lasted less than a fortnight. And what's the point? So he's taken, like I said, to playing the piano, and we love that for him. He really, really enjoys it. It is something that does calm him down. We know he has that short temper, so we love that. And as you saw there, we do have Matilda just outside here working on her cross-stitching, and Mom's still doing laundry. How about we stop and we hang that up, love? I'm pretty sure that's probably clean. It's probably the cleanest the laundry's ever been in the whole time this family's been alive. And for whatever reason, it does look like Annabelle is quite tired this afternoon after school. So Mom's just come over to check on this. She's like, so, how's it coming, Matilda? She's like, Mom, I'm just not as good at this as you are. I don't know why you guys want me to do this and sell it at Dad's shop. Honestly. And she's like, sweetheart, it's not Dad's shop. It's the family shop. This is a family business, and you have to, you know, be part of it. And she's like, Mom, I'm just not as good at these kind of crafty things as you are. And she's like, Matilda, yes, you are. Look how cute that is. Keep doing it. Practice makes perfect. Ugh, Mom. So Matilda's a little bit whiny. So this is a little friend they have invited over from school. Just sitting here listening to some classical music here. So we will go ahead and introduce ourselves, say hello, get to know, because I do want the parents going ahead and talking with them and making sure that all of the children also say hello so that everyone at least knows who everyone is. I think that will help in the future if everyone kind of says, hello, how are you, and how are you, and how are you, and at least knows one another. It helps them to become friends as they age up, and at least then they know one another, and they can continue to build friendships on their own as time goes on. And then as Cora and Frederick know their childhood friends as well, then that helps also, because then if we want to hold like a gathering, or if we need for whatever reason to invite them somewhere, we know who their friends are and we can do so. So we're gonna have Cora come on in here and just say hello and get to know this friend that was invited over after school. Well, have a seat. Cora, don't be rude. She's like, well, hello. Hello back. She's like, how was your day at school? She's like, well, you know, it's school. I mean, I'm not really sure if anyone really likes school. Except for maybe your kids. It seems they came straight home and did their homework. And then started doing some kind of project. I don't know, like, I don't do things like that at my house. Cora's like, oh, yeah. Well, we expect our children to do their studies because, you know, it's very important. We want them to be able to make something of themselves. Don't your parents want you to make something of yourself? She's like, oh, who knows what my parents want? I do what I want. Look at Matilda's like, Mom, will you please just stop talking? For the love of Pete. And she's like, well, who's Pete, Matilda? Now here we have Frederick. He's come on in. He's like, hello, ladies, and hello. It's nice to meet you. My name's Frederick. I'm their pa. Alright, and so we just have Liam here. He is just going ahead and going upstairs, and he needs to go to the washroom, but he's so mad about the dust. So I'm going to go ahead and let him take care of his needs, and I'll send Cora up here to sleep because he's very upset. He hates dirty things. So I do hope that whenever he finds himself a missus, that she is very neat, because he does not like an unkempt house at all. Not to say Cora is dirty by any means, because she's really not, but he gets so frustrated when there's even like a speck of dust on the ground. Like, he can't stand it. He gets so mad about it. And I know he's short-tempered, but like, it's ridiculous. Truly ridiculous. She's like, okay, I'm sweeping your room. I don't know why you couldn't pick up the room and do this, but hey, that's fine. It's like I don't got other things in life to do other than sweep your room. But that's what it is, you know. I'm just gonna sweep your room, Liam. Okay, so we have arrived at the next morning, and Cora is just having herself a bite of pancakes. And as you can see, Frederick is heading on into the kitchen so that he can join her for a plate of pancakes as well. She's really liking the pancakes, though. He's like, those look delicious, love. And I thought I told you to go and see the doctor about that cough. And she's like, honey, it's fine. I think it's just allergies. You know it's the spring season. It happens every year. But just to appease you, I will go ahead and give the doctor a call and see if they think I should come in. He's like, I would really appreciate it, because you never know. You know that one spring year where we all got sick? I'd hate for it to be you this year. And she's like, Frederick, I really do think that you're just overreacting. And it would seem that clearly they did want her to go ahead and come in, so she is going to need to go ahead and head herself into the doctor's appointment. But he stopped her in the hall to have a quick chat with her beforehand. I guess he, at the last minute, needed to have a word with her. Oh, of course. Of course they needed themselves a minute. Just a minute. He's like, but before you go, it's Love Day and all. let's just celebrate really fast. I know I literally just gave you hell about coughing, and now, you know, not giving you hell anymore, clearly. You know, Frederick, you are something else. Okay, well, wonderful. Now that that's been dealt with, let us go ahead. No, she's not going to go to the doctor even now. He totally distracted her away from the doctor. Like, what in the hell, Frederick? Well, I did try. She was going to go, but he distracted her, so that's on him. Alright, so as you can see, he's just going ahead and getting some work done. She's totally distracting him with her running her mouth. He's supposed to be doing stuff for the shop. She is supposed to be doing stuff for the shop, but she's just like, Frederick, it's Love Day. I can't believe you're working on Love Day. I know that you said we needed to work, and we needed to do things to make things for the shop, but it's Love Day. It's Love Day. Can't you just take a few hours out of your time? He's like, honey, I done loved on you. We gotta get things made. So, look, you're supposed to be going to the doctor, woman. She's like, well, I called him, dear, but then you distracted me. He's like, well, I ain't distracting you now, so go on and go see the doctor.
Ranka, Ispa, Kres Larkim, Trangella,
Correspondence saying that the girls had some Love Day things come up, and so I just want to go ahead and go over that. So it does say here that Annabelle's crush didn't even know she existed. This was an opportunity. In the heat of the moment, Annabelle walked past the cubby and delivered the card directly into the hands of the most popular kid in school. After having it declared the most awesome card ever, Annabelle was invited to hang out with the popular kids at recess and lunch whenever she wanted. Does that make Annabelle a popular kid too? Rose decided to surprise the entire class with flowers. Unfortunately, she forgot to sign the cards, and some other kid took credit, so she had a crummy Love Day. And then Matilda spotted a sad girl sitting on a bench. She walked over and extended a bouquet of tissue flowers. Upon seeing the gift, the girl's face lit up and she gave Matilda the biggest hug ever. The teacher was right. It's so rewarding to make someone else's Love Day special. So Matilda had a good Love Day as well. Are you going to head to the doctor? She's like, no, I'm going to bug the heck out of my husband. Because it's Love Day. Right, caress her cheek and tell her how beautiful she is. That's all she wants is for you to love on her. And just, you know, tell her she's just great. She's like, you got flowers or something for me? Chocolates? He's like, chocolates? No, Cora, I don't have chocolates for you. Want to unwind a little bit with me? Really? Well, she is basically attacking him. Oh, good. And Merida's here. Well, sweet girl, I got some news for you. Want to know what it is? You're dizzy. You should go to the doctor. You and your mother should go to the doctor together. Unfortunately, your mother has other plans. Trust me, she definitely has other plans other than the doctor. So you'll be attending that by your lonesome. Alright, love. Sorry. Alright, so I did skip on through that, and Frederick here is back to work. Yes, he is. He is just outside making up some more stuff here. And what is Cora doing, you ask? Well, probably laundry. That's all Cora does these days. And did I call that? Yes, I did. The children have invited over another friend. It seems that they are making friends left and right, which is lovely. Everyone is in the kitchen doing their homework, which we love to see, minus Liam, because I don't know, I guess he's did his homework. I don't really know. But as you can see, Frederick is just whittling away at this furniture because he's trying to make as much as he can for the shop. Oh, I think we're going to go ahead and get him making a chair. He's made desks, he's made tables, he's made chairs, bookshelves, we've made wall hangings, we've made toilets. Like, he's made all kinds of stuff. I think he even made not himself, but I think he even made a cat tower. I don't know. I've got him making all kinds of stuff. But the children are just in there doing their homework and chatting. And once Cora is completed the laundry here, I am just going to have her go ahead and go in there and check on all the children. Once Frederick is done with his woodworking, it does look like our radio's on the fritz. So we're going to have to go ahead and get him in there to repair that. Sorry, Frederick, I know that you don't probably want to do that, but you have quite a good bit of handiness, so I know that you'll be able to handle that up pretty quickly. And we're also going to go ahead and get Mom and Dad here to meet the new kid and make sure that everything's kosher because, you know, we just want our parents knowing the friends. Like I said earlier when we met the last friend, we want everyone knowing everyone. Ooh, they're arguing. I don't know what the deal is. Every time I put this compost bucket in this kitchen, it gets full and then it stops composting. So I don't know what the deal is. So I'll probably change that out to just a regular trash can. I'm kind of back and forth with it. Cora, you going to come in here and clean this, okay? Oh, there's an option there for her to take a pregnancy test. I wonder if that means she's knocked up. Wouldn't surprise me in the least, considering that's all they do. You know? Is each other, I meant. We definitely have room in the house for more babies, so. It is 1907 after all. So she would definitely have time to have more kids. She's still childbearing. So I assume as long as she's childbearing, we'll allow her to continue to make kids. So Merida's asking Rose if she wants to come over to the finishing school. I'm not actually going to allow the children to visit the finishing school because the whole point of them being at finishing school is to be away from home and to learn how to cook and clean and be proper and blah, blah, blah. So the children will not be visiting the finishing school. The girls can come home and they can visit home, but our girls will not go there until they actually go there to live. So it's just a thing. Same with the boys in the boarding school. Or boy, I guess. Liam won't go and visit. He wouldn't have anyone to visit anyway. So that's the word irrelevant. How's it coming there, Frederick? He's like, well, you know, I've been doing this all day. I'm damn near an expert now. You know, I would have to say I agree. I would definitely have to say that I agree that he has made really a lot of stuff. I do think that just comment there just came up, said that Black Hen was getting on up in age. So I think another thing that I'm going to have him do is go ahead and go on out to the chicken coop, and we're going to go ahead and sell Black Hen for meat. You can never have enough food with all the kids we have, so we'll just go ahead and trade Black Hen in for some meat and be done with that. So, what you doing, Cora? She's like, I'm cleaning up. Don't worry about it. You know, a mother's work is never done. Well, it is never done because you done thrown the shit in the floor. Come, get in here and pick this up, woman. I swear to God. Who's going to come in here and pick this up? Because it's not looking like you're going to do it. Why is she naked? She must have gone to the bathroom. Put your clothes on.
Reginu.
I'm over this nonsense. Okay, and on that note, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when another episode goes live. And I will see you guys in our next Decade's Legacy episode. But until then, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, y'all.